Hey, what's up guys, I'm Lan here. Welcome back to a new video on my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about iOS 16.1 beta 4 update on my iPhone XR. As you can see from the screenshot itself, this update came in about 395.6 MB on my iPhone XR, and also I have this iPhone 12 on which I got the same update, but this update came in about 462.1 MB on this iPhone 12. So if you're having iPhone 12 or iPhone 11, the update size will be more than 400 MB, but if you're having an iPhone XR, so update size would be 395.6 MB. So in this video, let's have a look at what are the new features, what are the bug fixes, and how you can get this update, that means iOS 16.1 beta 4 or public beta 4. Let's talk about that in this video. So let's start the video, but before that, if you're new here and happen to enjoy this kind of videos on my channel, do give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. Now with that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so the first things first, let me go to the settings, let me go to the general and about section. If I tap on the iOS version, as you can see, it says iOS 16.1 and the new build number is 20B5064C. So the letter C in the end, that means that we are getting closer to iOS 6.1 public release, but it will take still few weeks to get the iOS 16.1. Now let's talk about how you can get this iOS 16.1 beta 4. I tell you this on every video. You need to go to beta.apple.com and you need to download iOS 16 beta profile. Once you download that profile, and then you have to actually install that profile. So how you can check that? You have to go to the VPN and device management and make sure this profile is downloaded. Once this profile is downloaded, check for the software updates and you should be able to get the latest and greatest of iOS 16 beta updates. So that's about that. Now let's talk about what's new with this feature. So the first thing I noticed, if you go to the accessibility and if you click on this touch option and click on this assistive touch and customize top level menu, it used to look a little different, but there are 7 icons on the screen right now. You can go ahead and decrease one and you can increase one as well. So the customization looks a little bit different. So that's what I noticed. Apart from that, the major thing is when I open this message, as you can see, there is a splash screen which says shared with you. So basically you can content shared in messages automatically appear in apps such as music. You get this notifications on the app itself. So that's all about what is mentioned here. If you scroll right, you see that this shared with you in photos and pins, all these are new features and have been introduced. So you can click on OK. So that's the new thing, that the splash screen that we got with this iOS 16.1 beta 4. So if you're also running an iOS 16.1 public beta, you should be able to see this new splash screen. So that's about that. Also apart from that, if I click on health, as you can see, if I go to the browse and if I go to the vitals, and after going to the vitals, if I go to the menstruation option, and you can see that the graphic looks a little bit different from iOS 16.1 beta 3. So the beta 4 has different articles that gives you more information about this topic. So you can check with the beta 3. The beta 3 graphic looks a little different. The topics were different. The topics it were chosen from a different article, but this one is the updated one. So that's the new thing about this one. Now talking about the battery, I have just updated it last night, so it's pretty early to talk about the battery life, but still if I go to the battery health and charging section, as you can see, the battery capacity is 88%. So that means after updating to this iOS 16.1 beta 4, the battery health has not dropped yet. So that's a good thing. As you can see from the graph here itself, I barely use this iPhone XR as my primary device, so the battery graph is not there at all. But when I make a follow-up review on battery life and the performance, I will definitely include the iPhone 12 so that you get to see the battery life and the performance on the iPhone 12 along with iPhone XR as well. Now talking about the performance seems okay to me, but I noticed some lag here and there with my especially iPhone XR. Even when I tried to update the apps, so I saw that there's a lag here and there with this App Store specifically. So I noticed that I wanted to highlight that as well. And also many of you were asking me whether the banking application with this beta softwares are working fine. So I checked, I have ICICI, SBI, Access Mobile and DBS and PNB on my iPhone 10R, which I use on this iOS 16.1 beta software. So definitely all the banking apps are working as it should be, so there is no issue with that. So also I ran the Geekbench 5 score, so the scores are a little bit better fortunately with iOS 16.1 beta 4. So as you can see, the single core score is 1112 and the multi-core score is 2414. So if I look at the history and if I can show you, as you can see with beta 3 the scores, both the single and multi-core scores were a little bit lower, but fortunately with beta 4 the scores have improved for iPhone 10R. So then again, with the help of this video, I just wanted to let you know that we have received iOS 16.1 beta 4 update, and probably within 2 weeks we will receive iOS 16.1 officially for everyone. So if you're also not running on beta softwares, you will get iOS 16.1. So now let me talk about whether you should install iOS 16.1 beta 4 or not. I say this every time. If you have already a beta profile installed on your iPhone, so definitely update to the latest one, that is beta 4, because not only it includes some of the new features, also in the background it pushes a lot of security fixes and the bug fixes which actually are not seen through the UI changes or the visually not noticeable. So I always ask you to update to the latest one. But if you are using iOS 16.0.2 or iOS 16, don't yet update because it's just 2 weeks. Just wait for it, and then within the 2 weeks you could get iOS 16.1 the public release. So that's the thing. With the help of this video, I just wanted to let you know that we have received iOS 16.1 beta 4. Let me know in the comment section below which iPhone you are using and have you already updated to iOS 16.1 beta 4, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.